SPUFalcons.com here with Coach Andrew Derrick after the final day of the NCAA Rowing Championships. Coach, both your crews in the grand finals today. Just thoughts on the regatta in general.
They showed up. They showed up and they competed, and we're incredibly proud of what they did and what they've accomplished. You know, we would have loved to have seen some results come out a little bit more favorably near the end, but that's just a testament to the fact that they're competitors. We overperformed our seed and/or met them. We overperformed everyone's expectations going into the season, and they've got everything to be proud of. And I know they'll be hard on themselves, but we'll be back.
You sure will, boy. Built a great base here. Start of the season, I'm not sure if if your athletes completely believed they would be in the grand finals, both of them. What got them there?
A lot of little things. I would attribute it to the culture that the athletes created within the Shell House above all else. They were willing to work hard. They were willing to outperform what they were supposed to do, push it a little bit more, and they held each other accountable, and they did enough to exceed expectations.
Your varsity crew got really fast this year. Cut a lot of time off last year's times, and were really impressive. Had some great results. I'll just talk a little bit about that crew.
Sure. The mental side of their rowing was the most impressive. We do not match up on paper, erg score-wise, to a lot of these teams all that favorably. But they continuously found a way to show up each and every weekend that we competed, and found a way to compete, whether it was against West Coast Conference or the Pac-12, and they showed up and they made it close races when they really shouldn't have been. And the same certainly applies for when we got to race within our division, and they just kept challenging and pushing themselves to do a little bit better and a little bit more.
Then your four made the grand final. That group, boy, what's been their key?
You know, I think I'd be a better coach if I could tell you for sure. They've done a phenomenal job as well, and the same thing. They don't have the erg scores or the size to be there. They exceeded their seed, and they're a bit of a head scratcher, but you know what? That just means that all the credit goes to them. We did the best we could with them, but ultimately when it came down to it, 2,000 meters, they found a way to make it happen.
That is the first forward SPU crew to compete in a grand final at the NCAA Championships. It took 2 great days of racing for them in heats and reps to do so. You know, how thrilled you were there with their performance in those races?
Extremely. I'm not sure. I had a pretty good sense of where the 8's mindset was coming into this weekend. I wasn't sure about the 4, but I think the heat really turned a corner for them, getting a chance to get a race under their belt and see some success. And I think they really started to believe that they could do it, and we saw that on Saturday.
That 4 showed off a little bit of the depth you've been building. There are also some rowers and coxswains back in the boathouse who weren't able to make this trip because NCAA limits numbers, but they also contributed just pushing the group that is here. Just talk about this.
100%. I think the most effective move or 10 we take throughout the race is for the girls that aren't here. Each and every week, you know, not everyone in the program can be in the varsity 8 or even the varsity 4, and every single race they take at least 10 strokes for the girls that push them to be in those boats and the girls that they're representing, and it's always a race changer, a game changer for us, and we take seats.
This season just ended, so maybe it's not fair to ask you to look ahead, but I've heard you say our day is coming. What do you see in the future for this program?
I see great things in the future for our program. We're putting all the pieces into place. The most important piece is the athletes and the culture, and they're doing a great job building the foundation of a championship program. And it's obviously really exciting that we're not battling graduation this year going into next, but as long as they stay hungry and they stay fit and they remember today and remember what they want, there are great things in the future and hopefully the near future.
Coach Derrick, congratulations on a tremendous season.
Thank you.